Good morning, everyone. It is Thursday, December 26th, 2024. That means that it is the day after Christmas. I'm going to say, Merry Christmas season, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. Kwanzaa today? There's so many holidays. And I wish you a happy all of them. That's right, Kwanzaa is today. Happy Kwanzaa. I'm gonna eat this muffin. Maybe in one bite.
That's a mistake.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. No breakfast meat?
Last night in the middle of the night, I woke up.
Uh-huh. I was up.
I woke up because the cat was like, And I was like, hi, buddy. And when I turned to my left, there was a glow. And I said, Mal, you're up. She said, I have the meat sweats. And I was like, I do too. And you know what? It's worth it. Mal made a very incredible prime rib for Christmas. And it was amazing. Like, seriously.
Thank you.
Wow.
Chess says it was. There's more.
And we all consumed probably too much meat.
Yeah.
And that was fine. And now... That's actually not why I feel a little ill today. I feel a little ill today from the homemade hot chocolate. Mal made homemade hot chocolate. It was delicious. I just drank too much of it. Like, oh my god. Anyway, I'm gonna finish eating this. This is, I guess, 2 bites.
You did drink a lot of hot chocolate.
Who poured it?
Me. You didn't have to finish it. You could have stopped at any point.
And waste it?
It wouldn't have been wasted. You could have put it in the fridge and heated it up later. Which is what I did with the rest of it.
Mal made this hot chocolate, which was incredible. Very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good. And, Chaz and Jeff came over for Christmas dinner, and, they gifted us, some tumblers.
Mm-hmm.
They gifted Mal 2 wine tumblers, and gifted me, like, a...
Sip.
Like, yeah. If y'all have seen Squidbillies, a sip. And, Mal was like, do you want to use, you know, your thermos because it'll keep your hot chocolate hot? And I was like, sure. So she washed it out, and then she's like, well, how much hot chocolate do you want?
It was 3 ladles full. It could have fit in a 4th, but I didn't put a 4th in it.
It was so much hot chocolate. And like, it was the type of hot chocolate that you took a tiny sip and your body was like, that's rich. So you're like, woohoo! It took, I was drinking that thing for over an hour.
How much heavy cream? Cup and a half.
I bet I consumed at least 1,500, if not 2,000 calories in hot chocolate alone.
After having prime rib and potatoes and bread and summer sausage and...
Christmas. It was Christmas. Anyway.
It was 6 cups of 2%, a cup and a half of heavy cream, 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 2 cups of Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate chips, and a tiny amount of vanilla and salt.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
It was delicious again. But like it was a lot, and we sat and we watched the movie. We'll talk a little bit about it. We watched Hot Frosty, and then I had just been seated the whole time, and then I got up, and my body was like, "You're not allowed to move," because I had just been sitting there stationary, filling my body with hot chocolate, and when I got up, my body was so upset. It was like, "Don't you do that? That's illegal." Man, I hurt last night. I got in bed and I was just late. It had been like 2 hours later. I was laying in bed and I was like, and I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, I can tell something bad happened. Like I had an accident last night. It's because I ate a giant slab of prime rib and then poured a gallon of hot chocolate on it. Woo! And the potatoes, Jeff made these au gratin potatoes. And they were also a lot.
They were delicious.
They were amazing, but there was like so much cheese. Did I take any medicine? No. I forget medicine exists. It'll go away. Anyway, if y'all want the hot chocolate recipe, I'll put it in the vlog when it comes out. If I remember. Did I lie on the floor? I did lie on the floor yesterday, but not for that. I had stood at the kitchen and did a bunch of dishes, and because I am so tall and the sink is so short that...
The sink is a normal height.
Like I said, so short. After I do dishes, if I stand there for a long time, my back is killing me.
I think you need to, like... just stand straight up and do dishes.
Yeah, that's the best way to I love doing dishes like... Yeah, it sucks. But it's fine. It comes with the territory. But yeah, after I did dishes, I was like, oh god, my back is killing me. And I just laid on the floor, stared at the ceiling for like 5 or 10 minutes. Alright, let's read some alerts. We got 62 months from NG Bin, 9 from Abilene, 54 from Elfie Goldfish, 100 bits from Frosty Lutari, 100 bits also from Crisis, 37 months from Eugen Chuan, 56 months from Molad, 58 from Mr. Squidtopus, 61 from DC Racer, 50 from Ryan the Goof, 29 from JF Selmella, 500 bits from One Weird Cat says, can I get some good vibes today? My boss is a clown and left me the rudest note this morning, even though I'm doing him a favor today. The lack of appreciation has reached the point where my quest for a new job begins again. Good vibes. Some bosses can be good. Some bosses can be bad. The capital B. I'm sorry that you're not being appreciated, especially if you're doing him a favor. That sucks.
Yeah.
So good vibes, and not only good vibes for like today, but then good vibes for the new job quest.
Cookie.
And treat yourself right today. Do something good for you. Because if you're wrong, in my opinion, if you're wronged, if something goes poorly in your life for whatever reason, one or another, it's a good time to practice additional self-care, which could mean like acquiring a cookie. Be kind to yourself. We got 10 months from Prosy Strangers. Cheesehammer gifted a sub to Your Butt Cheek.
We've replaced everyone's presents with Tiny Eddie's Roasted Biscuit and Dorito Richies.
Finally, we've reached the climax of Richie. Dustbits Melvin Scout says, good morning and good vibes from New York. The holiday season is nearly past, so let's get another snack divination underway. Cast ye forth the bones of fate, Sir Edward, and tell our future. Tiny Eddie's roasted biscuit and Dorito Richies. We took all of the flavors of Doritos and all of the flavors of roasted biscuits and put it inside a Twinkie. You could probably put Dorito-flavored cream in a Twinkie. It feels like a gamer crossover that's just waiting to happen. Do I want to eat it? No. But can I imagine that being like a real thing that happens in the United States of America? Absolutely. I know that we have more hot chocolate, but I am done, I think.
Okay.
I think I'm done. I'm going to see how my body handles this cookie. You should probably give it... I should give it a year or so is what I should do.
Oh, I'm not making it for New Year's?
No one needs that. Was it very good? Yeah. Do I want any more? No. No, I really don't. Anyway, so we want to talk about, like, Christmas?
Yeah. For New Year's, we can have kale.
Actually, most of our Christmas was just viewable. Because I did the Lego stream yesterday. You joined me for a lot of it. And that was a lot of yesterday, actually. And then once that stream was over, Chaz and Jeff came over. We ate prime rib and potatoes. We had I guess it was technically a charcuterie tray. It only had summer sausage and cheddar cheese on it, but that counts. And then we watched Hot Frosty. Hot Frosty was, in some ways, a laughably bad movie. That is true. But it was also self-aware to an extent, which made it more tolerable. It was also very fun to watch with our group because we basically Mystery Science Theatered it. And that was fun.
I said it in the vlog, but one of my favorite things was we were riffing on it, and sometimes you make a joke, like, what's the most ridiculous thing that could happen next? And then someone would make that joke, like, as if it weren't going to happen, and then that's the thing that happened. Chess says, I'll be honest, I expected more scenes with the abs. There were like 3 total.
I'm not going to spoil the movie for anyone, because I'm sure people are just dying to see it themselves. But I have to at least say, the townspeople, and particularly the doctor, really accepted the fact he was a snowman very quickly. I thought that there would be a little more like, I don't know. Like, they take his temperature, and they're like,
He's below 30 degrees.
It's 30 degrees. And then they try another thermometer, and it's like, wow. And then the person that brought him in is like, your stuff's broken. And then the doctor is like, or maybe he's a snowman. I'm like,
Have you ever considered that maybe he is who he says he is? I mean, it is Christmas.
Vagabond says she is a medical professional and immediately she believes in magic and wants to hit that. That's true. That is true. Steven, are you a snowman? You can tell us. Jess says, and also has no interest in medically examining the medical impossibility in front of her. It's true. The examination just stops there. Wow. He must be a snowman.
Well.
That's that. Was it a fun movie? I mean, yeah. Jazz says, does he have lungs? Blood? She doesn't know and does not care.
She just wants to take him home.
There was only one thing she was wanted to know if he had. Would I recommend it? Sure. But watch it with, like, other people who are funny. And y'all know what I mean. Because, like everyone here is funny. And I know because you're funny in chat. But, like, you can't watch it with your friends that, like, wouldn't joke during the movie. You have to watch it with your friends that will joke during the movie. And then it becomes a better film. And before they make a sequel. I was saying they should make a sequel where she gives birth to a snowman. They'll be like, your snow is breaking. I guess the phrase would be, your snow is melting.
Ice water?
Jack, my snow just melted. Anyway, we watched 2 movies back to back. How about that? Over 2 days. Probably won't watch a movie tonight. Because, like, I did not work at all for 2 days, which was great. I took like 2 days off, except the vlog, which never has a day off. But I got a chance to just kind of.
What am I gonna do tonight?
What? What do you mean? What are you gonna do tonight?
I do have to get.
Chill Day says you streamed though. Oh yeah.
I do have to get to the store.
Streaming, in fairness, streaming doesn't really feel like work. I guess it depends a little bit on like the type of stream, but in general, like it's. I don't know. Pressing the on button and sitting and being funny and doing a thing is like. I don't know. That feels fine. I can do that. Usually. Cheesehammer gifted a sub to Snow Nipples. And also to 12 inches of snow. That's too much snow. I cannot tell you how much snow is the right amount.
Wisconsin had a white Christmas.
It is Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So. I would believe that.
Gotta call my grandma today. She's the only one I didn't get a chance to talk to over Christmas yet.
In the last 18 days, including today, there's been 16 George streams. Oh. I suppose. I guess. 45 degrees in Michigan for Christmas. There was actually a chance that it was going to snow here.
Yeah.
There was a reasonable chance, and then it changed at the last minute, but we almost had snow on Christmas. That's sort of neat. It has not snowed since we've lived here.
Yes. I'm hoping this winter, but I don't think so.
I mean, there's still time.
Yeah.
There's definitely still time for it to happen.
Like, we're supposed to have a really warm weekend this weekend. I was supposed to have outdoor plans on Sunday, but now it's going to rain.
I mean, we're in December.
Yeah.
There are more cold months coming. So, still time for it to snow. This is our second... Yeah. Yeah.
Second what?
Year here.
No.
This will be our second New Year's here.
At this house? This is our third New Year's in North Carolina, but second
it?
this house.
Oh, this is going to be the third New Year's. Mm-hmm. Oh, whoops. All right. Yeah, so we've lived here a while now, and it can snow here. Like
It can snow here.
There's a greater possibility of it snowing here than South Carolina, and yet haven't had any yet.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining, but I mean, at some point I want to see it because I want to be able to go outside and be like, "Yep, I know what that is," and then go back inside. I want to hear about everyone else's Christmas or holidays, because we have folks that celebrate a variety of holidays here. So tell me about your Christmas, or tell me about your Hanukkah, or tell me about your Festivus. I want to know what your day was like, either from an activity standpoint, or a gift standpoint, or a food standpoint. The triangle of life. Jeez, besides getting into a car accident, it was fun. If you're willing to put that in one sentence, then either the car accident wasn't super bad, or the rest of the day was amazing. Because that's a lot. That's a big sentence. You got a new phone. Steam Deck. Oh, wow. We had like 40 people at my parents' house. Full house. But it was fun. Lots of food. Lots of fun. New keyboard. We cooked a Christmas dinner for the first time and didn't burn the house down. Frying chicken for chicken parm and margaritas.
Capos.
Sloppy Joes. Other people watched Hot Frosty. You're welcome, or I'm sorry. Indian food and tamales. Murder mystery game. My 84-year-old grandma got me a bookcase and was apologetic about not wrapping it. Grandma, it's okay. A less dangerous version of your chocolate drink.
Come here, Capo.
Yeah, good vibes for anyone who has been sick. You see some folks were keeping their distance from folks because of feeling ill. I'm sorry about that. Orion says the person's car got more damage than my car. They were speeding, so it wasn't my fault. But yeah, we got to play games, so it was fun. Okay, well, that's good.
Hey, you. Come here. Come here.
Hobonichi. It's I think the most interesting thing is seeing what people are eating, because it really is. It runs the gamut.
Yeah.
Like really, really runs the gamut. Stuffed shrimp for dinner.
Come here, Keppo. Come here.
I don't know what fish lasagna is.
Will you grab him?
He seems lost.
Yeah, that's why I'm...
We also had 76 months from DishNet. Thank you. Beef stroganoff. Chinese takeout. KFC. Rabbit.
Come here, buddy.
Veggie lasagna. I think I really love, because like when you think of like Thanksgiving, it's like, oh, everyone going to eat a turkey. It's not everyone, but that's like the meal. Christmas is varied wildly. A lot of people do ham, but there's a lot of traditions for individual families where they do something completely different, and I really love that. Good boy.
He's a cat.
For Christmas Eve, my parents, they drove through Myrtle Beach and were like, what are we going to eat?
They're Italian?
No. Well, I'm okay, yes, I guess pizza is still Italian, but they had pizza.
I thought they ordered not pizza.
They went to King's. Yeah. They said they were going to go to Carrabba's.
Yeah.
And they said when they got there, they were like, oh, this is too busy and bad. We don't want to do this. So they went to a local pizza place. And they're like, it was delicious. And we walked right in and ordered a pizza. And sat there and ate it. And I was like, that's cool. Yeah.
Oh, there's the purse. He spent most of the night on my side of the bed.
Good. We're cuddling. Aren't we?
We're happy.
Happy boy. Yeah. It's always interesting to hear what people are eating. The holidays. Because it's like literally like just reading through what everyone said just here in like 2 minutes. There's so much. There's so many different things. So many different things. God, brisket. I gotta tell you though, the prime rib that Mal made really was like out of this world.
I wrote down what I would change if I did it again in my recipe on the paper.
This prime rib with horseradish.
That was a side, like a side sauce.
A side dish. Prime rib entree. Horseradish side. I could have drank that stuff, man. I love horseradish a lot, and I don't consume a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because it's not a common thing. It's not something you usually put on a lot of stuff. The most I would usually have horseradish is like going to Bojangles.
Hi, sweetheart.
And yeah, I don't go to... I think I've only been to Arby's like 2 times in my life.
Baby.
It was not a place that we ever went growing up. I had never even had roast beef until... I don't know that I don't know that I'd ever tasted roast beef until like I was dating you. It was just not something we ever had. So... What a happy little stinker.
He had a good Christmas too. He got so many cookies.
He did get a lot of cookies. Good boy. You will have to... It says Arby's is good, but too expensive, and a lot of restaurants are stingy. Well, increasingly, it's. I find that it's chain restaurants, and it's like every chain restaurant, which is really upsetting.
We were saying last night that the meal we served, like, collectively with everything, like,
would have been
over $100 a plate.
Oh, it would have been very, very expensive. we got to make it at home. I say we. Mal made it at home for a fraction of that cost, and like, it's so good. It's so good.
I would cut back on the pepper. I made a note of that. I would maybe even half the pepper.
Okay. I thought it was fine, but I like it when flavor roundhouse kicks me in the face.
I mean, you ate the end that had a lot of pepper on it.
Sure did. Sure did. That one had been put to the side, and I was like, "Well, I'll just eat that. That's got all the
pepper crust.
The pepper crust is on the outside of that, man. That's good. I enjoyed it a lot.
There was so much pepper, I had trouble, because I mixed it with the Dijon and the rosemary and the thyme and the garlic. There was so little mustard compared to everything else, I had trouble like spreading it. So if I cut back on the pepper and add more mustard, I can spread it easier.
Did you take any photos of the prime rib, like after it had been cut?
Yeah, I have photos.
Or just dinner in general?
Yeah.
So we can at least be like, this is what we ate. I mean, what we ate was fairly simple. It really was just prime rib and potatoes.
See, because like here's the rib. And then I have before cooking. And then I have after cooking. And then I have my plate.
Yeah.
You want me to post them?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it really turned out beautifully. Steven's already seen the food. It's true. We'll show you.
That was the wrong app. That's the right app.
What app were you posting it to?
Don't need to text 5 photos to Noah.
Maybe no one wants to see it. I don't know.
Noah's seen most of them already.
Yeah, so it was great. Really enjoyed it. And obviously there's more food because we can't possibly eat all of that.
I'm gonna post a 6th photo. That can go into
of your Christmas present.
Yeah, of one of my Christmas presents.
Sure.
No, you can send them again if you want.
I don't know if we talked too much about Christmas presents. I guess yesterday was a stream, but the last breakfast stream was Christmas Eve and hadn't happened yet. But on Christmas Eve night, we ate a very big breakfast meal with muffins and pancakes and eggs and bacon and hash browns and toast.
Oh, I have a photo of that too.
You can put it in the queue if you want.
I'm not putting it in the queue. I'm just putting a photo of it in mod chat, and then someone else will put it in the queue.
Yeah. I bet there's a way, because Chaz is smart. I bet there's a way where he could make like a little widget for iOS where, instead of sending it to mod, like it just puts it in the queue. Chaz could do that, right? He's smart.
They're all in the queue.
Okay, there's a lot of things in the queue here. So there's the prime rib
Before cooking.
before cooking.
So that's the herb crust I did with the mustard and the pepper.
Yeah. Is the next photo it?
I don't know the order.
Oh, okay. There's a photo of Kepi. We after we watched the movie, we watched a few Rifftrax
Shorts.
shorts. They did one with the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. It was fun.
There's the plate.
Oh yeah, we also had bread.
It was a good bread.
It was a good bread. About a bowl of
Rosemary.
something, yeah, and then had some Irish butter. That's a piece of meat.
It was a great roast.
It was. The piece of meat is only as good as the person who cooks it, and you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's how that turned out. And if you're thinking,
It
man,
hit temperature, it was perfect.
if you're thinking that looks very good, yep. Mal cooked it perfect. It was very good.
If you take the temp, it's easy to cook perfect.
And this is one of my Christmas gifts to Mao. This
It's
is
a Tagada.
a Tagada, which is a sumo wrestler's handprint. She wanted one of Kirishima. And here's our Christmas Eve dinner. Pancakes, toast, bacon, eggs, hash browns.
Pancake.
Pancake. And muffins, which were kind of an appetizer. Back to back, like 2 days of just so much food.
There's more prime rib. You can click the A. Yeah.
Click the A. Yeah, so, it's been 2 days of food, and I at this point, I do kind of need that to end.
Well, we cannot finish the prime rib tonight, so...
What do you mean?
I thought we'd maybe do some frozen broccoli and see if Jess and Jeff want leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the other thing, is that New Year's is coming, and we're going to have a house full of people.
Yeah.
And there will be food, inevitably, and I'm sure it'll be great. But the however many days, 5 days, the 5 days from then till now, I really need less food, bland food. I need to chill.
Yeah.
Because this is a busy time of year for my stomach, which is great. But I need it to calm down. I think mostly I just need to not drink another quart of hot chocolate. I think that was the key thing. As long as I don't do that, I'll be okay. It's fine. We had 76 months at Tier 2 Gold Toast from Drek. Thank you, Drek. And 45 months from Master Wabbit, as well as 19 from Miss Mace Windu. Thank you.
This is the happiest cat.
He does look very content. Good boy. And if you missed the stream yesterday, we did do a Lego set. Last year, Renee and her family had gifted me the NES Lego set, and I had never found the time to put it together. So instead, I turned it into a stream, and we got about halfway through it, just about. So we'll need to do another stream of that.
Do you know when?
Relatively soon.
Okay.
No, I want to discuss it with both you and Chaz and figure out when we're gonna do it. Because I don't know. It could be a Wednesday stream. It could be a Friday stream. We could invent a new day and do it on a different day. So there's all sorts of things that we could do. But anything is possible. We could go live tomorrow night, and instead of being on the couch, we're at the table and we're building Legos. Or that could happen Wednesday. So things are willy-nilly for a bit, until we start like a new proper series, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly. That's fine. It's kind of fun, too, because we typically hop from series to series, and for there to just be an extended period of like, whatever. It's kind of nice. So, I can invent an 8th day. The 8th day of the week is stream day. It's for streaming. So, please next series be God of War 2018. The problem with video games is that there are so many. Source. My background. There's a lot of video games. There's a lot of things that I want to experience. There's a lot of things that Mal and I want to experience together. It's hard. Because there's only a limited amount of time. It's difficult. That's not a green screen. I know there were days Mal wishes it was. Nothing back here. Nope. Not a thing.
What if you just take a really good photo and then we just green screen it forever?
I mean, you can do that,
Yeah.
but we can never wear green again.
Okay.
You accepted that too easily. And then also, the background would just be static forever. I did order more games.
Mm-hmm.
Just a few. It's because PlayAsia had a sale.
You know, you don't have to buy something. If
No,
it's on
you're
sale.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's true. That's completely true. But I got some. And wait till you see what arrives. I got one for you.
Okay.
Vagabond says, "Will you ever play those games?" Absolutely not.
Oh, did it come out?
No. Did what come out? Oh yeah, that's supposed to be out, like... Is it today?
Like today.
And Matt Princess, is this a normal few games or a John few games? A normal few games. John few games is exclusively for John. I don't buy video games by the truckload, with the exception of earlier this year, 2 months ago, when John was here and John brought Super Nintendo games, and I bought a fair stack of Super Nintendo games from John. So the irony is, when John is involved in the transaction, then it becomes a John few.
Yeah, it's out.
Stray Children, the next game from what's the developers?
Onion.
Onion, yeah. My brain is like, Love Delic. Love Delic's been defunct for a long time. Stray Children is out. In Japan, I need to clarify. It's not yet.
Not in English yet.
It's not localized yet, but it comes out today in Japan. So that's neat. My suspicion is that it will be localized, and my suspicion is that it will get a physical release, probably through limited run, since they handled Moon.
Now that the game is out, I assume that they will talk about that in their next newsletter in a month.
Yeah. It also means that if you're interested in seeing more about the game or whatever, that information will start coming out because the game is out as of today. So, very, very cool. Looking forward to that whenever that happens. Hopefully it gets localized within a year. That'd be nice. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we have a lot of games. There's a lot of other games that we get occasionally, but I do have a desire to play a bunch of stuff. When you're completing a library, that's different. But for like the Switch, I actually generally try to pick up stuff on Switch that I think I will actually play or that is actually playable. Generally, unless it's just really, really cheap. Like when I bought Active Life at Walmart for $5. I bought that because it was $5.
Uh-huh.
Or things that are important to gaming history. One of the things that I've picked up a lot on Switch is compilations. Because there's been a lot of good compilation games on Switch where they're taking a bunch of stuff from a series over the past, 20, maybe more years. They're being like, oh, well, now here.
Yeah.
Look at this. You can play all of the important games from this series or this genre or whatever. And that's very neat. So yeah, I've been a fan of that. One of the things I just bought on PlayAsia, and I was talking about this on the stream yesterday, is I bought the Ace Attorney compilation. It's got the first 3 Ace Attorney games on it. And that exists in English, but not as a physical version. But the Japanese version, if you buy the Japanese version, it has English on the cart. So I picked that up. And like that game on PlayAsia is, I think, $25. That's it. So it's pretty reasonable, especially if you're a fan of the Ace Attorney games. We had 65 months from Bardic Puppy. Thanks. Appreciate it. God, he just doesn't stop, does he?
No, he doesn't. He's very happy.
Good boy. Good boy. He's happy. Portal Beard says, Ghost Trick also has the English version on the Asian cart. There's a few key things. Ghost Trick's one of them. Final Fantasy X and X-2. Very frustrating because the Japanese release of that, both of them are on the cart. Every other territory, Final Fantasy X is on the cart and X-2 is a download. How stupid is that?
Very.
Very stupid. Mm-hmm. But the Japanese cart has English on it. Vagabond. I mean, who wants to play X-2? I've never played X-2. But, you know, if I wanted to play X-2, I'd probably want to play it on Switch, because Switch is just such a convenient console.
Yeah.
So order Final Fantasy X from Japan. Got it. I mean, true. Like, if you're... And everyone feels differently about this. A lot of people aren't as big into physical media as I am, and there's a huge convenience factor of having things digitally. But if you were going to buy 10/10-2, I would highly recommend buying the Japanese version, because then they're actually on the cart. So, you know, in 20 years, if you get out that game and you want to play it, but the Nintendo servers are dead and you can't download X-2, and you're just like, oh, okay, so I can only play one of the games. You know, I kind of hate that, so I prefer physical. I don't prefer.
We know you do.
I don't prefer physical when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
I don't feel strongly about that. I just feel strongly about games. Maybe it's because I know that there's only so much shelf space in the house.
Can only collect one thing.
Can I collect one
Yep.
thing? It's fine. It's totally fine. So as we look to the end of the year,
Yeah.
I guess the only major thing coming up is New Year's.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of floating on until we get there. And everyone's still out of town except for Chaz and Jeff.
Yeah. I don't know when anyone else gets back.
I think Dan
I take that back. I know when Dan gets back.
I think Dan gets back today.
No, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. The calendar says today, but people don't typically update the calendar.
Yeah.
They'll put something on the calendar, and then if something changes by a day or two, they're not thinking like, oh, I gotta update the calendar so everyone else knows.
Yeah.
Nothing changes whether Dan is here today or tomorrow. So, but I hope he had a good Christmas. It sounds like he did.
Yeah.
I sent a few different people messages yesterday. Tom called, which is very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I hope that folks had a good holiday. I did.
I did too. I had a really good holiday.
I really did. Was it weird because I, wasn't with my family? I mean, sure. But I still had a good one. I don't want any hot chocolate for a long time.
I know.
But I had a good one. I still ate 2 cookies this morning. I do think I'm probably near a limit of sugar. Like, I don't know that I want any more sugar the rest of the day.
Okay.
If I can help it. I think what I really want to do is spend the day just drinking water, and then you said there's going to be broccoli.
Well, I think we have frozen broccoli. We can do frozen broccoli and prime rib for dinner.
Okay. Steven's getting diabetes for Christmas. I did have that. It's something I don't really think about. But like last night when I got in bed, I did briefly. I was like, that was a lot. That was a lot. Like there's parts of my life that I do feel like I maybe live in excess, but I'm just kind of like, it's fine. But last night I was like, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Whoo boy. But today I'll drink water. I'll drink water, and I'll eat a broccoli. Maybe even 2 broccolis. And then things will hopefully get better. Probably. Doing great. I'm doing okay. Everything's going well. No issues.
Sugar.
That was kind of what my brain felt like last night. Into bit some circle now squared says no sugar until next year for Steven. That's right, no sugar for 5 days. 4 days. I'm looking forward to the New Year's party. Actually, the next breakfast stream will be New Year's Eve, won't it? Yeah.
We need to figure
5
out
days,
what we're
yeah.
doing for New Year's.
What do you mean?
Food-wise.
Oh, well, I think, putting that on everyone else is reasonable.
Okay.
Because we got a bunch of people coming over.
Yeah.
So everyone bring a thing. Seems best. Sometimes we do like pizza, but I'm like, we can probably do a thing. Everyone bring kale is not a terrible idea. But everyone will bring
Hot chocolate bar.
Everyone will bring. I mean, we typically do the same thing for New Year's every year, and that is have everyone over, eat something, maybe play a little games, and then do karaoke. It's been our New Year's go-to for a few years now. I guess since we've lived here. So, and that was fun. I'm looking forward to that. I gotta figure out what songs I'm gonna do on New Year's. Sometimes I think of them ahead of time. If there's something that I'm like, I've never tried. Only on all night, on repeat.
It comes back up in the queue and we're like, no. And you're like, yes.
Fastest way to ruin a party is when everyone else at the party collectively groans and says no. And you're like, haha. We have to do it anyway. Because of the way that the queue works, because it's on, we use YouTube for karaoke. Anyone can skip anything. And people don't ever do that maliciously, but it does happen accidentally at least 2 times.
Yep.
When we do karaoke nights. So someone will be in the middle of a song, and all of a sudden it will just jump to a different song. And then someone will be like, oh God, I'm sorry. And then it's like, well, never mind. Guess that song's over. It's fine. It's fine. Buddy.
He washing.
Get that tail clean. Yeah, I probably will not sing Peter Gabriel. I bet Alex won't either, to be perfectly honest with you. I feel like that is very specifically a meme for his stream, but he would not actually sing the song. The only Peter Gabriel song I know.
10 a.m. Santa's coming to
Santa. Salisbury Hill. That's the only one I know. I don't know any of the other ones. Vagabond says, have you seen his Spotify Wrapped? Alex's? I bet that's a disaster. Alex's Spotify Wrapped, if I had to guess, would be like a... God. He showed you? Yeah, like Russian folk songs, like boys choir singing hymns. Maybe just like spoken passages from the Bible. Like Nietzsche or something. I don't know. It's bizarre. I remember when they went up to Chaz's parents' house for the eclipse. Who was in the car with him? Josh and Dan?
Brandon? Or did Brandon get there?
Brandon was. I think Brandon was in the car one way, but not the other. Mm. And Josh was like, riding in the car with Alex was an insane experience. He's like, because at some point Alex invoked Siri and was just like, I'd like play the Bible or something, and then it was just reading the Bible.
The other day,
and Josh was like, he didn't stop it. He's like, it just kept happening. It was like 25 minutes, and they're all just sitting in the car while Siri reads the entire Bible. And I'm like, cool. Cool. Like, in my car, we only play music.
The other day, I had a text from Thomas, and I said, hey, robot, what did Thomas say?
Yeah.
And then she read the Bible.
Yeah. There was one time where I asked the robot to do something, and the robot read a passage from some book, like a murder mystery book, and it was like very violent, and I was like, it's like, what is this? And then she never did it again, and it was super unhinged. I wish I could figure out what I did
to do that.
Mm-hmm. But I have no idea. Anyway. We had 300 bits from Gamer Girl Life. Says, morning, Stephen, Mal, and Kepi. My brother and I are driving to Tucson, Arizona from Wisconsin to see our dad. Can we get some good vibes for safe travels? Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah.
That's a distance. Mm-hmm. That's a ways. I guess Steph would know exactly how long that is. Yeah. It's also a pretty big change in environment and temperature.
Yes.
Going from Wisconsin in the winter to Tucson, Arizona. I don't know what the temperature is in Tucson.
Nice. I talked to Stephanie last week.
What's the temperature in Tucson?
In Tucson, Arizona, it's 39 degrees.
High today of 65. Neat.
Yeah.
This must be the only time of year that people can
Enjoy
Phoenix. Every other part of the year, Phoenix is uninhabitable. We got 20 months from Megawatt and 29 from Let's Gamer. Thank you.
We just started purring.
We're
stopped,
just
and then we're
happy.
just starting to purr.
It's because we talked about Phoenix. Our favorite city. You would melt, kitty.
Kidding.
You would melt. What are the lows, though? I already cleared it. But it's 30. It was 39 now.
Yeah.
So.
And they're in mountain time right now.
So lower.
So it's 8 a.m. there, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since we've been out to Tucson.
Yeah.
I got an email the other day from Reed, and he said he wished that we were doing well. And I said, yeah, I hope you're doing well too. So at some point we'll get back out there. I guess it's been a few years.
Yeah.
My plan had been initially that we would go out for the premiere of Earthbound USA, and then we ended up never doing that. So I don't know. Now I don't know. Some other time. Sometime in the future.
What?
All right, it's 10.
It is.
Things you need to know, pretty simple. Tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., Mao is streaming.
I think I'm gonna do my nails.
Okay. It's our nail stream. And then tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, something involving both Mao and myself.
Yeah.
It is an unknown. Could it be Legos? Could. Could it be democracy? Could. Could we just force the rest of Princess Peach upon you? Could. We'll make that call.
Yeah.
It is a mystery. Do. And then Monday evening, you're on for Okage?
Yep.
Is it?
Endless Abyss.
Is that where you're at?
The dungeon I'll be in. It's the bad one.
Bad one. And next week is also the end of December. We're going to be getting into the new year.
Yes.
I got a Patreon video to make. I have to get that ready in a few days. Okay. Thanks everybody for being here this morning. I hope that
Thank
you have...
you, Keppy, for just being the happiest little cat.
He loves snuggling in the mornings. I hope that y'all have a wonderful continued holiday season. And, Mal will see you in the morning for nails.
Yeah.
And I will see you with her tomorrow night for something.
Something.
We do need to figure that out. Do I believe that we'll figure that out? I believe that we will. Probably. Also, 50 months from Jay Linebeck. Thanks. See y'all tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for Malmix. See you then.